talk about texting and, secure texting, insecure texting. And I really want this to be a dialogue. Maybe if it's just a few of us here, that's even better. What does it look like, insecure texting, for you? So I'll give you a couple of examples and then I want you to tell me, is that secure or is that insecure? And the intention of this conversation that we're going to have today, 15 minutes, it's to notice when we are interacting with somebody else, whether that's romantically, whether that's not, whether that is early dating, whether that is, a person that you've been with for a long time. It is so helpful to know if they are showing up with those tendencies, if they are bringing insecurity to the table, not to judge, but because it's information. And in the same fashion, it's really good for us to know if we're showing up insecurely so that we can practice other ways of communicating, we can practice other ways of behaving, and we can notice that in some environments, with some people, we feel more anxious than others, or we feel more avoidant than in others. So, obviously, a relationship is a creation, and nobody is one thing 100% of the time. The people that we are with directly influence how we show up. And that's why it's so attractive. And that's why it's so helpful to be around people that communicate securely. So there is no such thing as anxious texting or anxious, uh, text. There is an anxious nervous system that got activated, and there is a secure nervous system that got activated and remained, in balance. So if we're looking at, let's say you're exchanging conversations with somebody and they say, "Oh, sorry, can't call right now, busy with friends." Would you say that's avoidant? Would you say that's anxious? Or would you say that's secure? Secure. Interesting, right? So the person did communicate that they can't talk right now, and that's super secure. That's great. They communicated. That's a great start. But that what that person didn't communicate is when they can talk. So notice that somebody that's secure wants attachment. Somebody that is secure, they want to connect with you. So they would very much say, "Hey, I can't talk right now. I'm with friends. I could try to give you a call in 2 hours. Does that work?" Or, "I can't talk right now. I'm busy with friends." Or they would just say, "I can't talk right now." They wouldn't even justify, but they would give you the thing that brings you closer, which is to say, "Hey, I'm available at these times. Let me know if there are other times that work for you. I look forward to seeing you later." So they don't just say, "Hey, stop, not now, not here." They say, "Not here, and here is a space that we can go." Yeah, and obviously we can watch these things in patterns. Maybe somebody was rushing, maybe something else, and they will come back to you later and say, "You know what? Like, thank you so much for calling. So sad I missed your call. I was rushing. I had like my friends running around with my phone, but I'm looking forward to connecting with you." So a secure person wants attachment. A secure nervous system wants attachment. They want you close. Let's try another one. And thank you for playing this with me. Because if you have a what if, or but yeah, what then, or what about, please type in the chat, because then we can really make this valuable for you. Let's say somebody texted you, "Hey, I really want to know if we're seeing each other this week." And then they get a text like, "Sorry, I I still haven't heard from you, and I'm trying not to make any plans so that we can see each other this week. Could you please reply? Is that sequence anxious? Is that sequence avoidant? Or is that sequence secure? What would you consider? And I'm putting really high standards for secure, like making, I love that you're saying secure for all of these, Jeremy. So again, like there's a subtlety here, right? Secure people will message twice. They will follow up. They were like, okay, I do want an answer. I'm going to go about my life. I would say somebody who's secure, when they're messaging a second time, they would either say, hey, could you please let me know by 2 o'clock before I make other plans? Or, hey, I'm super keen to see you, like you're top my list. And I have a couple of other invites. So I need to reply to other people. Can you let me know in the next hour? That secure person, you see, they have these marks, like secure communication has these landing points. We're landing together. I can't talk now. How about in 2 hours? I can't talk here. I'll call you back later today. I'm in the middle of something. Is it urgent? Call you right back. I haven't heard from you and I'm super keen to connect. Could you let me know in this hour? Or they could have just said, hey, I haven't heard from you, so I'm going to go ahead and make some other plans. But tomorrow I could still meet up. So let me know. Is the distinction here clear? Jeremy, who else is on the call? Say hello. I don't get to see all your names. I think Lisa's on the call. Aisha. Yeah, if you're here, say hello so we can see your name on the chat. Is the distinction clear? I was like, damn, I thought that was secure. Okay, great. So let's give another example, and then you guys can throw some at me, and then we can look at, are we showing up securely? Are we showing up insecurely? To find out, right? Because sometimes we're disconnected from what we're feeling, and then the evidence is right there. Oh, wow, looks like I'm a little anxious. If I say, hey, what isn't a good example here? Just like, hey, you know what? Like, I really don't dig doing the whole back and forth texting. I'm not so great at texting, but I really would love to make plans to meet in person. Let me know if you have some ideas. Otherwise, I can propose some. You're like, yeah, that's secure with an exclamation mark. Yeah. What I would say too, that is very secure, right? I'm saying up front, I'm giving you one of my faults, sort of to say, like, I don't do this texting thing very well, or I don't see so much value in it. Like, I feel a little disconnected when I'm texting. But again, right? Like they're saying, I'm not going to do this, but how about we do this? Like, is that an option? So you can see that there is that behavior of, I'm saying no to you, but I want to stay connected. Could this work? And I'm happy to take the lead, or you take the lead. Like, if you have ideas, we can check your ideas. If you don't have ideas, I have some ideas of my own. Where does it get tricky for you? Is it to identify if somebody else, if the other person is insecure, anxious, avoidant in that particular dynamic? Or is it for you to know yourself if you're like, oh gosh, I tend to show up a certain way and I just wish I could show up more secure in my texting, in my calls, and whatever part of you're showing up? So is it the other, like me, or the other? And welcome to those of you that are joining. As you consider, oh, what is the challenging thing? I wish I knew more how to identify the other person if they're showing up securely, or I wish I could actually just show up. And while you take a moment to consider, I want to say thank you for the donations that came in yesterday. It's always such a lovely gift. I really appreciate you guys. giving me a little bit of your life energy uh, in um, in gifting. And also, I saw some more signups for my interactive Valentine's Day event. If you haven't, I changed the link on my profile, so you can go and you're going to see consciousconnectionsclub.com/love, which is specifically for the Valentine's Day event. It's a free event. And it gives us a chance to see each other live, and you're going to connect with a whole bunch of other people that are single all over the world. And we're going to be playing connection games, which is one of my favorite things to do, to feel safe in a room full of people. Alrighty, so I'm not seeing any like strong takes for, I want to know if other people are secure. I want to know if I am secure. I think, the one little hint just to close us off for today, and we continue tomorrow, and we're going to continue until the 17th of February with these lives every day at the same time, is, am I texting now to connect? Am I texting as a gift? Am I texting because I'm so full of love, I'm so full of excitement, I want to reach out, I want to bond with this human? Or am I texting to soothe some anxiety? Am I texting to feel better? Or am I texting because I'm feeling really good? And, there's so many more layers of that, but whether we sometimes tend to lean more anxious or tend to lean more avoidant in relationships and in early dating, staying a bit longer with the not knowing really helps. It's like, I don't need to send a message. I'm totally fine. I don't need to send a message at all. Truly. And then I will send a message because, you know what? I'm excited to connect. I'd love to connect. I want to share a little bit more. I want to share something about my day. I want to ask about your day. Or am I messaging because I don't feel so good? I'm not so sure where we stand. I want to get some validation. I am bored. Whatever those things are, if I'm like using texting, using another person to make me feel okay, then we know that we're leaning more insecure. And that is helpful always because we want to soothe this beautiful nervous system. You're like, wow, you got this amazing body that's carrying you around. You want to give it as much love as it can have. And other people are just like sprinkles of magic on top of it. So, yes, I'm ending today right on time so I can prepare our Valentine's Day event. Go to my profile, click the link, and it's completely free. I look forward to actually seeing your faces and interacting. Now I'm growing to know some of you just from some of the messages and the exchanges. Thank you for being here. Tomorrow, last thing before we go, same time, so 15 minutes before now, we will be covering another topic on dating, and I will tell you what that is right now. And we're going to be talking about the inner child. So also around dating anxiety and why the inner child panics when someone likes you. Right? It's like, oh my God, I really want for this to happen. And this is both for people leaning more anxious, both for people leaning more avoidant. That inner child is like, let's get out of here. Like, okay, we really wanted this, but now that it's really happening, what do I do with myself? So we'll continue the conversation tomorrow. It is always a pleasure to be with you. I'll see you tomorrow and on Saturday. Ciao. Oh, comments. Yes.